Hello YouTube, Joshua Hanning from FutureMorphs with clutch 32, which is a fun one, so keep watching. It's from a male hypo buff, maybe, head microscale Kastanie caramel amel striped, to a female Kastanie buff. One of the two parents is definitely buff, but I'm still not 100% sure which. Because the female was a Kastanie hom or had hypo, but she proved out hom hypo. And maybe buff, and she has had scaleless caramel amel striped. So basically it's a micro scaleless Kastanie buff butter striped project with hypo. So it's really cool. I also got some good odds in the clutch, some really nice looking babies, also big babies. Some of them are difficult to ID with the buff and without, but I will go through them all together with you. And I got some comments from people saying that sometimes I go too quick with all the babies. So I will try to go a bit slower. Usually I try to go quick because I figure you maybe have 3 minutes to watch a video and maybe not 5 or 6 minutes. But I will try to go a bit slower. So yeah, all the babies can be seen well. But otherwise you can always just pause the video, of course, if you want to see an animal better. So enough talking, let's go look at the babies. So we start off relatively simple with a female amelanistic, which is an hypo-amelanistic probably, but I'm basically sure. But anyway, all the animals that are not amelanistic are hypo, so that's why I'm thinking both parents are hom hypo. This is also sort of on one hand a simple one, but still funny, show yourself. This is a female hypo buff. And buff is dominant, so now I know there's buff in one of the two parents. I basically already knew, but I could never figure out which one, or maybe even both. But yeah, hypo buff is on one hand simple, but it looks quite nice, I think, and you don't see him basically anyway. So I'm also one of the only people I always have the ID that works with buff. So if you also have buff in your collection, then leave a comment below. Then we have 3 males that are the same, but maybe not. They are all hypo Kastanie. And all with or without buff. But Kastanie is brownish, brown enery as a baby, and hypo makes them lighter, of course. But buff also makes things a bit more brown orangey, so yeah, that makes it difficult. But yeah, this is male 1. This is male 2, which one might be a little bit more yellow in the neck compared to this one, so male 2. And in the meantime, I will grab male 3 out of his hide spot. So this is male number 3. And yeah, maybe... it's difficult. He also has some more color in the neck. So if I would have to guess, I would think this is a buff. But yeah, no guarantee. So on the morph list, still these will all just be labeled as hypo Kastanie and then buff in between brackets. Because I don't want to sell them as buff if I'm also not 100% sure, of course. Then we have these two. This is with amelanistic. So these will be, this is a male, hypo mandarin. So hypo Kastanie amel. You don't really see the hypo, but like I said, probably everything will be hypo. And this is the female, which is a little bit more yellow as well. Can I get them together? So here as well, these could be buff. If I would have to guess, I would guess she is buff. But yeah, again, no guarantees. So it is 1 male, 1 female, hypo mandarin, possible buff. Then we have another 1.1 pair. Also like sex-wise, it was sort of good that it's like 1 male, 1 female each. So these are amber Kastanies. So this is caramel hypo Kastanie. And you don't really see a lot of caramel color. You might think, on the other hand, if I compare it with a hypo Kastanie, then you see all the brown. So hypo Kastanie is more like a soft brown, and with caramel they become this. And when they age, they get more yellow color, of course. But so this is the male. And the female has a more almost a greenish glow. Again, it could be buff. And again, I'm not 100% sure. So I know I call myself, well, and people call me, I did not call myself Corn King the first time. I got that nickname from somebody else, but I am the Corn King. But also the king must sometimes admit it's difficult to ID some things. Then we have these two, which is also a pair, also the male and the female. So this is Kastanie striped. You can see a little bit like the brown orange in the neck. That's basically how they sort of become overall color-wise. And then the female, she is different as well. But yeah, could be caused by anything. It could also be that some look different because these are all 66% possible at scaleless or micro scale, and that can also have influence. So then we go to the micro scaleless. Well, this one really stood out color-wise to me. It's let's check, a male. I really like it. First I thought, could it be like a diffused or something, but there's no diffused in the line. So probably it's a micro scaleless hypo orange. I'm thinking it could be just a hypo amelanistic. First I thought, could it be a mandarin, but those are not that red, so probably it's a micro scaleless buff amelanistic hypo. But it just looks cool visually, I think, at least. Well, this is also cool. I was lucky enough to keep some like this from last year as well, so that's why these are available. This is micro scaleless hypo Kastanie. Maybe buff, nobody knows. But with the micro scaleless, well, you get the smaller scales, but also on the body you get like the smaller patches or so. It always messes up the pattern a bit. But it sometimes reminds me a bit of like a leopard look or something like that. But leopard is not a morph, by the way. Don't think that's a new morph or something. Just literally leopard spot. This one still needs to shed, but it's the only one, so I decided to all set them up already. It's a male micro scaleless amber Kastanie. So Kastanie caramel hypo, I'm believing. And the last one is the only female micro scaleless. Color-wise, like not the most stunning first compared to the other ones, I think. Also a bit in doubt what it is, so it's definitely a micro scaleless hypo amelanistic. I'm thinking it's a hypo mandarin, so Kastanie amelanistic. Could be caramel as well, could be buff as well, but a mandarin as a baby. Yeah, it looks almost like a snow, so it could be. And then the last box, what is this? What's in this box? Well, it's just a subtle commercial. Maybe you already saw the video of mine and Boo Boo Snakery's loyalty card. So you can collect stamps. Oh, can I do it one-handed? Yes, I can. So yeah, you can save for a discount. So the video, the link will be here. The English version at least. There's also a Dutch version. But yeah, go check it out.